We're going to keep the fun going, doing inertia. I'm going to remove this. Now let's cover our inertia functions. When I select inertia, you must select the part body. And the part body will measure all features created in the part body. In this case, I only have the one pad. If I select the pad and I add more features, it's still going to only measure the pad. So you must choose the part body when doing measure features. Under measure inertia in the specification tree, you see area. That's how much paint it would take to cover this. Volume. That's your volume in cubic inches. And your mass. This is how much it weighs. Right now what confuses me is I don't know how I can get any mass because there's no material applied. So right now it says 4.4835 pounds and it gives me my center of gravity. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. If I want to find how much this part weighs, I first got to identify the material. The material is found in the Tools tab. Under the Tools tab, you will see Material Browser. Click Material Browser, and you can search for a material. For example, I'm going to search for 6061 T6 aluminum. The one you want to use is the one that says core. Always grab the one that says core. There might be more that are showing, but always choose core. And how you choose core is you hit the down arrow and then you hit apply. Do not hit open. It's going to try and open up the materials and do some weird stuff. So you want to hit the down arrow and make sure you hit apply. And then you wait. It's done applying the material. Now, it should say okay or something, but it doesn't tell us nothing. What we're supposed to magically know is to hit the close button. Then it will close off that. Now, material still isn't applied. You have to somehow magically know to come over here to the top of the specification tree and click on this part in the specification tree. So I click on this and you'll see the materials that apply as is showing in the tree 6061. If I hit close, it will keep that material. Now, to show it as material, you must use the View tab and make sure shading with materials on. So that's, you can kind of see it shining now. Well, that's what it looks like when we apply aluminum. It's kind of a boring color to look at. Another thing you could try and do is apply different types of material, okay? Before I do that, do you remember what this part weighed before? Let's try and run the inertia again. So back to Tools, we hit inertia, and remember we have to hit the part body. When you hit the part body, it gives me my area, volume, and my mass, which is different from last time. But my area and volume will remain the same. So this mass is affected directly by what materials we apply. I'll select OK. This weighs about 4.46 pounds. 4.5 pounds, let's say. Well, if I changed it to wood, would it be lighter or heavier? Let's try. Let's go search for a wood. No, sorry. Close that off. Let's go do a material browser and search for a wood. Now I think this redwood looks exciting to me, so I'm going to hit the down arrow and hit apply. Do you remember after the wheel of, well, the wheel spinning, when it's done, that we have to hit close up here in the top right corner to close this off? Do not hit this close, you'll close down your CATIA. So hit this close over here. So I close that off, and then we have to select this right here, and then the redwood has been changed, our aluminum has been changed to redwood. I hit the check mark. Okay. And unfortunately, my measure inertia didn't automatically update. So I'm not sure why that's the case, because when I go to my legacy preferences, under materials and tools, this is supposed to automatically update everything. So I don't know if there's any more updates to pick on, but that's how it should have worked. So I'll just close that off. So what I'm going to do here is, again, I'm going to hit inertia, select the part body, open this up. You see that it's much lighter. It's not even a pound if it's wood. I'll select OK. Now, I guess what might be nice is I could go to properties and hit feature property where it says measure inertia. Type in 6061-T6 and hit OK. And then I would know that this mass applied to that material. I could go to measure 2 and go to properties and type in red wood. So I know that that's the redwood properties. Let's go to material. Is there a plastic for us to find? So you can pick a plastic. Doesn't seem like we got a lot of choices here. I'm going to hit the down arrow and hit apply. Close this off. Now, let's see, let's click on this and then hit close. Okay, so it did change the material. Now, if I change to another plastic, sometimes it won't change it. What you'll have to do is you'll have to delete this out. Okay, so somehow we've got to delete that material. I'm trying to remember how to do that. I'm going to double click on this. You have to remove that material. This somehow has to get deleted. But let's carry on and go back to inertia. Select the part. Oops, select the part body. Okay, and then select OK. And there's your weight if it were plastic. It weighs a little more than wood, but less than the aluminum. I could right click on this and go to properties and make a note that that was for plastic. I should do all caps because we're in engineering tech. All right, and then you can always expand the trees to see what the difference are between each one of those. All right, so those are your quick tips and tricks using measure inertia, measure between, and the measure item functions. Hopefully that'll help you out with the entry level of using measure item commands or the measure commands itself.